Yo,
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, y'all?
how y'all doing on this good ass, what is it, Thursday night? No, Wednesday
It's
night.
Wednesday. Happy
right
Hump
now.
Day. On time of recording, it is Wednesday night at approximately 10:54 p.m.
Just another night Rialto, man. What's going on today?
In quarantine these days, they just getting away from me. Forget which
Dude,
day it is.
Time has wings.
Time has definitely gotten away from us.
Crazy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports U Podcast here. We got Rob with Gifton and Aaron. What's good, guys?
What to do?
All right, so we got a lot for the show today, so hopefully you can stay with us. But we're going to talk a little bit about the Eastern Conference playoff matchups, a little bit of baseball with Charlie Blackmon making history. We also have, I think it's going to be the predictions of season leaders for the year of 2020.
Ooh,
So
NFL.
a lot in store for today, but we're going to go ahead and start it off with a new segment we like to call
damn! I said that.
Damn. What was the other one?
So, the damn
Smokey.
son.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn, I said that.
Yeah. So with this segment, we're just gonna pretty much just go back, roast our old takes from previous segments that didn't age very well. Like for example, we're gonna start off with our man Rob on his take with the Pelicans. He
Fuck
came
the
in,
Pelicans.
came in real high, and I think they were out of it by the fourth game. So go ahead and reflect on that take.
They
Please
weren't
do.
really out of it, but they were out of it after like the third game, man.
Yeah.
Like you watching them, it wasn't good. I expanded on the last one, so I'll take the blame, man. So, damn,
And then a
I
pick.
said that.
Excuse me. And then a pick that we were all right on. We all picked the Raptors.
Yeah, we all picked the Raptors,
We all
baby.
picked the Raptors.
And here's the thing: Giannis was out.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Raptors
also
over
the
the Bucks
pair.
for context.
The pair of guards for the Raptors were out, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
not too bad.
Chris Middleton didn't play either.
No, Chris
Chris
Middleton
Middleton
played, but the duo of the Raptors. So I think it was Van Vliet and Kyle Lowry didn't play.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
they kind of traded it off. It was still
Yeah.
like an even match.
Yeah. And then so Rob was actually right about the Jimmy Buckets versus TJ Warren
Was that-
heads up. Me and
Yeah.
Gifted
At
had
least
said
that's
we
2
were
for
going to
3.
score
That
more,
was me.
and I think he finished the game with 12 points, I believe,
He had 12 points. I think Jimmy had 19.
something like that.
It's way more efficient, the whole
held
thing.
TJ
Oh, yeah.
Warren scoreless the
And
whole
I'm pretty
second
sure
half.
Jimmy was
Knock him!
he was guarding TJ on
Had
majority of the
to.
plays. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
just
he
to
was.
prove a point, knowing Jimmy, he
All
had
right.
to.
And then to finish it off, I know I said this. I think Gifton, you probably agreed with me. I
Yeah, both of you
believe
guys
about
picked the
the Trailblazers. I said they were gonna jump into the 8th seed. And
Yeah,
Oh, you said
Regardless-
Memphis.
I
huh?
had Memphis, but the way it's looking now, damn, I said that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But regardless, you had Portland making the play-in too.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
bigger focus. But yeah,
Okay.
we could also add Memphis to this list.
Alright.
So would you guys like to start it off with maybe some quick hits?
Yeah. Gifton was mentioning this. Hopefully, he can expand on it. It was a Dame Lillard $61 shoes after he dropped 61 points.
Yeah, he's just been on a tear since the bubble. He's just been so motivated to get that 8th seed, like more than ever. And then to see the company have his back like that, and just all right, cool. They $61.
Did you hear about that stat? I think it was the only person that has scored multiple 60-point games
In a
was
season.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
And like nobody's on that list.
Yeah. That dude, so he got into a Instagram beef with Paul George, and then he dropped, what was it, 57? Was it 57, I think? And then 61 the next game? Or was it 51 and 61?
I think it was 51,
I think it
61.
was 51.
Because he
I
averaged
believe.
56, so 56 times 2 is like 112.
Yeah.
112.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about, exactly, yeah.
61, 51. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy stuff, man.
It is.
No, yeah, that guy is fucking good. I think Gifton also mentioned the Brad Stevens contract extension.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason why I brought that up is because I feel that Boston needs Brad Stevens more than Brad Stevens needs Boston.
Do you think
Wow,
with all
wow.
that talent,
I mean,
wouldn't another coach like come in with their mouth fucking watering after that shit?
yeah, but I mean, you got to know how to use a lot of them too. Brad
So you think
Stevens,
he brings out the best of them?
Yep.
I appreciate that. I second that. How you feeling?
I understand that. I agree. I just have one really quick question. With Brad Stevens, do you think it's more of like almost in the Spurs case where all of his players are playing great because of the system that they're in, almost like how the Raptors are doing it, where is it the system and these guys will go somewhere else and play differently? Or do you think that he just found the right niche of using his stars in the best place where he can put them?
I think the Raptors have a culture.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics are a system. But and then the Spurs are like a combination of both.
Definitely.
But it's just like they don't have the talent right now.
Mhm.
So that's how I feel about that. But no, I get what you're saying because like that's more particular, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like he just learned how to utilize everybody's talents, really.
I get you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, he got Semi off the bench, Marcus Smart. Like, everybody just knows they role. They'll shine to however hard they have to shine. And
that's the big thing about he got everyone to buy in, like, not to bring up the whole Kyrie season, but he got everyone post-Kyrie season to buy into the role, you know what I mean?
Right.
Remember, it was a little bit washy in the locker room, but it still happened though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean? Yeah.
And even when they were in the conference finals with LeBron, like,
the very first year.
Yeah, the very first year. They went to 7.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
All right.
I have one actually. It's going to be Juan Soto. He hit another dinger.
Soto!
I also know that Juan Soto is going to always hit dingers.
Yeah.
But the reason I had to bring it up and give it a shout out is because Juan Soto hit it farther than the last one. I think we went like 460 and this one went 466. Up in like, I think the second deck there. But it was, he just pulled the fuck out of it to right field.
Dinger.
I think it was a 3-run dinger too.
Yeah.
I wish I could switch my MVP vote from Bryce Harper onto that guy. But nah, bro. Sticking with Bryce Harper. We'll see how it goes.
And then we also got a UFC card coming up this upcoming Saturday.
Shout out my guy DC, man. This might DC versus Stipe 3 to end the trilogy. This might be his last fight.
Yeah, both coming off 1-1. They both have a win and a loss against each other. DC knocked Stipe out in the first round in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
And this previous fight, Stipe knocked out DC in, I want to say, the fourth round, I believe. So it's pretty much if Stipe wins this, he's undisputed GOAT.
Yep.
And then at heavyweight. And if DC wins this, he's definitely in that conversation.
Yeah.
I like that.
Shout out DC.
Yep. And lastly, to finish off, we also have PSG. Shout out to the Blues. Allez Blue. Champions League football. Scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of the game. They were down 1-0 until the 90th minute. Scored in the 90th. Scored again in the 94th to end it. And on to the next round. They're gonna face RB Leipzig out of Germany.
What a
shout out Paris, man. This one's really heartfelt and touching. I know we all feel a way about this. And
Bean.
Two little bits of news.
Colby.
So in the Orange County on August 8th, which is 8/24, is now officially going to be Mamba Day. And then as well, for that whole week, Nike is going to do a Mamba week. And it's going to be a whole week. It's a whole bunch of full different types of programs and retail launches just honoring, Kobe Bean Bryant's legacy. It's going to kick off on August 23rd.
That's like a perfect segue into our next topic, or at least our first topic.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what the quick hits, and so hopefully we can keep it in mind when Nike's doing the Mamba Week.
Yep.
Hopefully everybody can be aware about that. And shout out to Bean.
Yep, shout out Mamba.
R.I.P.
Little
Kobe,
quick moment
man.
of silence for Mamba. All right, and then from one Laker to another,
Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma hit a game winner.
Sure did.
Why is that connected to Kobe? Is because he shot it at what was it when it first came out of his hand? 2.4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And the shot, of course, goes in at 0.8.
Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy. He was with them. So with the Kyle Kuzma game winner, it kind of brings out more questions about the Lakers and who they're going to depend on with the lack of Avery Bradley and Anthony Davis going incognito in the fourth quarters. Will Kyle Kuzma establish himself as a crunch time presence? You're going to need him to be engaged for key defensive stretches as well. You kind of notice in their end games that they're trying to do ending plays without LeBron. So he's, instead of taking that last shot, he's going to be the playmaker to get somebody open.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that with Anthony Davis a couple of times, and I think the second time he didn't make it We actually have a video on that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like one of our first videos on Instagram.
There's actually like a clip of them, I think, in practice the next day doing that exact play.
Yep. So follow us on Instagram for other content.
What's the handle?
Sports U Podcast.
Yep, there it is.
We
try and post daily.
Podcast.
Uncensored. Kyle Kuzma had to say this as well, that he's plays with the two greatest players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That he's a starting small forward, power forward on any other team. So, again,
Crazy.
my
Yeah,
question to you,
whew.
will he establish himself as that crunch time presence? Will he have that?
I hope so, because if we got to just rely on LeBron and AD, I mean, I don't think it's going to get done. Because AD's fourth quarter stats alone just show that he's not enough with LeBron. Like, the bench still isn't enough with LeBron. Somebody has to step up and take that third scoring spot, and it has to be Kyle Kuzma.
Do you think he can be, like, wild sometimes, that he can be wild?
Yeah.
Is that a risk you want to take, especially in the playoffs?
You know me, man. I like to roll the dice, so whatever gets buckets, gets buckets.
He does get buckets.
Yeah. Wild or not. So.
I like the man. He sometimes gets buckets. The
Yeah.
only thing that's like weird, it's been noted throughout this whole season, is how that LeBron is trying to get Kuzma to play quote unquote winning basketball.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to think this dude, Kyle Kuzma, I think, what was he, the 26th pick, I want to say? He came
Yeah.
over from that Nets pick in the D'Angelo Russell trade.
Yeah.
Basically, his
that?
deal is 4 years, $8.5 million,
Yeah.
making, $2 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they're going to have to pay him next year. That's crazy. Forgot about
Restricted
Yeah.
free agent 2021.
that. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got a
that's
big
going to be
decision.
an interesting
Yep.
free agency.
So he'll just drive to the hole, and, you know, there'll be an open man, but he'll be like, you know what, I think I can make this, so he'll go for it and not make the smart basketball play.
Yeah.
It's a big con, but what can you do, you know what I mean? He's there, and they're going to have to win with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. With all the assets and the opportunity that they had with him, they've already invested so much into Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be the three, and I think they need to give him more of an opportunity at the same time.
Yeah.
When he does have an opportunity, yeah, you know what? He's going to scramble it sometimes, but, like, he shows flashes of, like, really taking off.
gotta
You
give
still
him
have
that
to get his
confidence.
feet wet.
Well, I think it's just inconsistency so
Very.
far with him.
You think so?
Not just with him, but with the coach, with also the front office, into like what type of role he already has,
Uh-huh.
and you need to have him as a like constant starter.
Uh-huh.
So day in, day out, this is his role.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it changes, and now he's hitting game winners. Like,
Yeah.
you see it even on Twitter. Like even
Yeah.
Lakers fans have a certain way about him when he's hitting and when he's not hitting. So for myself, I think he needs to have like the opportunity and the consistency from the coaches for him to really develop.
Right.
Because of course you see flashes, but when he does become that like newly born reindeer type shit where he dribbling the ball all the way down the court and then just fucking chucks and hits the backboard, not even the rim.
Yeah, he'll
Like
do
that-
that spin move and just spin into
Yep.
traffic.
It just spins right out his
Or he
hands.
just transition three,
Yeah.
like wasting a possession and like other people are calling for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see where chemistry can kind of get into that part too, but yeah, no, he definitely needs to be there. Like we were saying in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be there for key defensive stretches.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to show up on that part too. because
Exactly.
he's the youngest one,
Yeah.
and he could probably move a lot better than the other people on.
I
the,
feel like
on the roster.
he's gonna be really important, especially in transition defense.
Can I ask a real quick question here?
Go ahead.
Would you take Danny Green's defense or Kyle Kuzma's defense?
Danny Green all day.
Because Danny Green has been
Yeah, I'm taking Danny Green.
Like-
Danny Green is the
brand-wise.
greatest transition defender of all time.
okay, transition defender. I understand that.
Yeah.
But right now, watching Lakers, I can see Danny Green not being a good defender like a majority of the time right now.
He just can't hit a shot to save his life. That's the
Yeah,
main
and I
thing.
think that
he,
just
he
gets
can't.
him
His
in
offense can't keep him on the floor. I think without a doubt, other than AD, so AD's different. So Danny Green is probably still their best perimeter defender, even with
Yeah.
the age and all that. He just, like I said, he cannot hit a shot right now to save his life. And
Yeah.
no matter how good your defense is, if you can't hit a shot, and like Danny Green is their only shooter, if you really think about it. He's their only
the
like
real shooter.
bona fide
Yeah.
shooter.
I don't know.
Like
Casey
certified.
Kuzma's a shooter.
No,
Say it again.
You
crazy.
don't think he's a shooter?
No,
Who?
Kyle
Kuzma?
Kuzma's not a shooter.
What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're,
son?
you're insane.
He shoot.
He
He just
shoots,
started
but-
shooting.
So you have to make
Kyle Korver is a shooter.
So are you saying like
Yeah, you have to make it.
you
Yeah.
have to make it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like he just started shooting. If we're
and
being
then,
real,
And then you have KCP, who's probably their second best, but he's not. I wouldn't consider him like a shooter. He's a guy who hits shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
J.R. Smith is in that way.
No,
J.R.
that
Smith in
guy's a
between.
shooter.
Yeah,
They
J.R.
need to
Smith's
get-
in between.
yeah.
But you get the idea.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And so
Actually-
if Danny Green, who your best shooter, is not on the floor, that's a big detriment.
I would
'cause
argue that Quinn Cook is the second best shooter on the team.
I don't know.
Shooter?
I don't even think
Yeah.
that. But his defense
you're
doesn't.
out of here.
Really?
Yeah, I agree with that. And his defense doesn't warrant him
Yeah, no,
enough
you're outta
minutes
here.
to even be
Wow.
considered.
Out of here. Nah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But
Y'all just say Casey.
so let's go back to the question real quick, just so we can get some clarification. Get in. Will Kyle Kuzma establish himself in crunch time?
Can the
During the
Lakers
playoffs.
trust him down this playoff stretch?
I'm gonna be honest. No, I just think he's just gonna fold.
I see.
Personally.
Damn, you
Yeah.
already brought it to fold.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
go ahead.
best.
Yeah.
I feel it though.
You do? You feel the same way?
No, I don't know if I feel it that. It's just like I said, man, the Lakers, their defense, it might get exposed. So especially when it comes down to the Clipper series, and you have LeBron's a little tired, so he's in the corner guarding Pat Bev, and you have Danny Green guarding Kawhi, and it's gonna be Kyle
He's
Kuzma
just shaking
on
the
Paul
shit
George,
out of him
just
all
getting
night.
shook.
Because he doesn't get that consistency, I don't think it's going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I think he has potential, and he's going to be the key
Too
guy
early.
for them to make a deep run, but no, I don't see it happening.
That's why LeBron.
It's
yeah.
just he's so so like I wrote down a couple of numbers here from the Bubbles games.
Go ahead.
So he had 11 points against the Pacers, 21 against the Rockets, 16 against the Raptors, 9 against the Jazz, and 10 against the Thunder. He's just too streaky for me to like give full confidence in
I
him to
get you.
be the crunch time scorer that they need when LeBron is tired.
I get you. As well, that's why LeBron loves these vets. You know what I mean? It's just because they all want to win. They all want to buy in. It's just, we got to see if he's ready for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's only his third year in the league. Maybe he's too young to win a championship or be a major factor in a championship winning team. But
Yeah,
only time will tell.
exactly.
Mhm. We'll see how it goes in the playoffs.
Sure
and
will.
actually segues pretty well into our next topic here.
Okay.
We got the Eastern Conference playoff matchups as well.
Ooh.
Those ones are set.
They were just announced
They were
and
just
confirmed
announced
today.
today.
So in the 1-8 matchup, we have the Bucks, who are the 1 seed, versus the Orlando Magic and the 8 seed. In the 2-7, we have the Raptors versus the 7 seed Nets. The 3rd seed Boston Celtics versus the 6th seed Philadelphia 76ers. And then we have the Heat and the Pacers ending up in the 4-5 matchup. So with that 1-8, how are you guys feeling about the Bucks and the Magic? You think the Bucks will get out of first gear versus the Magic?
Did you guys see when Giannis headbutted Mo Wagner the other day?
Do you think it's that frustration getting to him? There's a lot of pressure on this man's shoulders.
A little
'Cause-
bit, because I don't know if you guys remember, but a long time ago in an interview, somebody had asked him, I can't remember exactly what the question was, but his answer was, it's going to be hard for me to stay if we're not winning.
Because really quickly, everyone knows this is a pivotal off season for
Yeah.
the Bucks. And then also, like, this is just a broader topic for a different day. But one can look at the Bucks and realistically say that they did not do enough for Giannis. Because they brought in Brook Lopez, who's a fantastic piece, but at the time he's just a random name. Not a random name, just a role player who turned out to be great. They got him Eric Bledsoe, who's a good player, but is Eric Bledsoe really something to put you over the top? Is he
Not
something to
really.
write home about? And they did well to snatch up Chris Middleton before he was Chris Middleton. So they haven't really got him any type of actual help, but they've done a good job building that roster. I don't know, especially trying.
Yeah.
But it's just something to ponder.
Well, I think one thing to remember about is they got rid of Jason Kidd, and Giannis wasn't too happy about that.
And they brought in
that
Bud.
was,
They brought in Mike Budenholzer. Turns out to do pretty well, of course. And then with what they're doing right now, again, like what we were kind of mentioning about the system in Boston.
Yeah.
Speaking about Boston and how well that system works well together.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about Mike Budenholzer, I feel like it's the same type of thing where it's like there's a certain system going on,
Yeah.
but it also kind of has the LeBron system kind of syndrome, where you have Giannis doing everything for you, and then when he's not there, it's kind of hard to get to get the offense going.
Right.
Man, this Giannis matchup, I think they're gonna get out of it. Of course, I mean, I would be surprised if the Orlando Magic get even one game.
I'll give them a game.
I don't give them one game because they don't even have Jonathan Isaac like they were supposed to.
Terrence Ross dropping 50.
Terrence Ross. But my thing
Speaking
was,
into existence.
who do you guys see? Well, let's go to Gifton first. Who do you see getting out of that matchup, first or 8th seed Magic?
Oh, well, clearly Milwaukee. Milwaukee's just going to dominate Orlando, but I give Orlando a game.
You don't bet on that?
Sure.
Say it again?
You don't sound so sure.
I mean, it's just hard. What, Aaron Gordon's just going to fucking score 45 every night?
He should have been. Nah, he shouldn't have been a dunk champion, but he can dunk. Nah,
So he needs 44 points. That's 22 dunks.
Literally.
That's 22.
That's 22
No fouls,
dunks.
no and ones, no threes.
Aaron, who you got? Bucks or Orlando Magic?
I got the Bucks coming out of it, probably in a sweep. Really quickly,
Fizz the sweep.
all I'm gonna say is look out for Markelle Fultz to hopefully put his name back on the map with a nice
That would
playoff,
be so
little
great to
playoff
see.
performance.
That's the best part about these playoffs.
Yeah.
Everybody makes a name.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy?
Jonathan Simmons.
The reason why, exactly, you remember that?
Yep.
Yeah,
He
popped
was-
off.
Yep.
Dude, yeah.
And then the Spurs
I was
are
hyped
like,
when he
"Come
got
here."
to the Sixers. That's why I like the bubble, too. It's kind of like gives a really March Madness feel. That's exactly how the Suns are playing it, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, man.
same with the Blazers. Every game is win or
Ooh.
go home. It's March Madness feel. So hopefully, you know, the bubble gives us that, and we have like you always hear that story, that fairy tale like player or team going off. So hopefully, we get one of those performances.
Yeah, like a
TJ
little
Warren.
Cinderella story. That'd be nice to see.
It'll happen. All right, and then we also have the Toronto Raptors versus the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, do we need to continue on this one?
I mean,
I guess I'll ask this quick question.
Yeah,
Will the Nets even get one game against the Raptors?
yeah. I think the Raptors sweep easily. Like shout out to the Nets. They proved me wrong. I had them going 1-7, only beating the Wizards, and at this time I
Boy,
think
were
they're
we
4-2.
wrong.
Trying to record them, so
damn, I
shout out
said
to
that.
them.
Okay, and then so Bucks and Magic. What do you got the Bucks and Magic going?
5.
We need the X Factor. Who do you got for the
Raptors
just a whole
versus
matchup,
the
I
Nets.
guess,
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
not one for each,
just
just
pick,
one.
just
Oh,
pick
for
one
the
player-
Raptors?
Yeah, pick one player to watch out for.
Norman Powell.
Hey, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. He shows up.
You've been
Yeah,
bragging
like I
about him
said,
for a couple
He
episodes.
shows up, man.
Yeah, I'm preaching it, man. I'm telling you, Norman Powell. Mark my words.
Norman Powell. So that's it for this one. Okay,
I got a
so
sweep.
everybody got sweep for this
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah.
Sweep.
Now we have the Boston Celtics at 3 versus the 76ers. We already gave a sneak peek of it. We got Gifton and Aaron got the 76ers. And then I, Rob, have the Celtics. Well, what do you think the series will be, Gifton?
Philly, 7.
All right.
That's going down to the wire regardless.
Why do you think that?
History. It's going to be real heavy, competitive, aggressive. It's going to be some great basketball between these two. Really.
Jeez. What you got, Aaron?
I'm gonna stick to my guns, and I'm gonna keep my prediction straight with Sixers. Even with the Ben injury, I'm gonna hope they rally around the troops now that they know that their one and true focal point is gonna be Embiid. Hopefully they play that 4-out 1-in, hold down on defense, and I'm gonna say this now. It is 11/24, and what is today? August 11th, August 12th. Sixers. Elton Brand. If y'all do not put up a good fight, get Brett Brown out of there, and whoever is above Elton Brand, if he fails to do so, get that man out of there too.
Jeez. And then what do you got the series at?
I'm gonna have that series going 7 to the Sixers, and the player to watch. I think Joel Embiid is gonna put the whole league on notice.
Okay, I got them going 4-1. 4-1 Boston, and then in that pick,
God, you are
I want to say 6,
disrespectful.
honestly, but
that's
nah,
not
7.
disrespectful, man.
You give Philly one game?
Hey, the Phillies are
I'm
a
getting
circus.
Philly one game,
The Phillies are a circus, and they're losing arguably their best player.
Yeah.
and then
The
I
most
got
consistent player, I would say.
Jaylen Brown being the X Factor,
Yeah.
or the player to watch.
My X Factor, Thibault.
Tybal.
That's a
I'm gonna write that down
man.
because I'm
Yeah.
gonna hold you to it.
Hold me to it.
I want to have it. Have you put it?
Because I mean, who's
bio.
their next best defender? Is it?
Oh yeah, he's gonna step up and do that. Yeah, but
Ben
no one's
Simmons.
gonna guard him.
All right, and then you also have the Miami Heat matchup versus the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
And think about it this way:
Mm-hmm.
T.J. Warren got plantar fasciitis.
Yeah,
In the foot.
it's crucial because he's been literally like exactly.
He
how I
just
said,
had
like
the
March
hot
Madness.
hand whole bubble.
Other than Devin Booker, he was the other guy that put the league on notice and put
Yep.
all the national viewers on notice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was dropping dimes, man.
Yeah, it's
Literally.
insane.
I got this one going 4-2 Miami.
4-2 Miami. Who do you got as a player to watch?
Me?
X Factor. You think Bam
I'm
Adebayo goes
hoping
off in his
Victor
first
Oladipo
playoff
comes
appearance?
back. What's up?
You think Bam Adebayo goes off in his first playoff appearance?
I mean, Bam's going to be Bam. He's going to be a playmaker, so
Yeah.
I don't think he'll necessarily go off. Maybe in rebounds he'll go off, but
Probably like not number wise, I guess.
I think that Duncan Robinson is going to be the guy who's going to be like
Oh wow.
emphasized.
Uh-huh.
But I would like to see Victor Oladipo have a good series so that he can get a good contract.
It's a good pick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you, Depot.
Yes,
How you
sir.
feeling about that series, Gifton?
I also have Miami 4-2. Who to watch? Tyler Hero.
Harold. Like, he tried to model his game after Devin Booker.
Uh-huh.
He's a Reggie. Reggie Miller. He's a Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
The way he bounces, the way he has his hands,
Mhm.
he shoots threes. He just shoots without like a conscience.
His confidence alone is like it's top tier.
He's
Like
Reggie
he's
Miller.
not scared to take those big moment shots.
Yeah.
The way that he holds his wrist, bro, I'm telling you. And
His
they always
flick.
bouncing. He's always
Dude,
bouncing.
his
Yeah.
flick is so clean because
He's always practicing.
dude, I don't know what we were watching the other day, but there was a clip of he just got like it was like a driving kick to the left wing, and he was right there, and it was like he was wide open, and he was still a cool like 3-4 steps behind the 3-point line, you know what I mean? And like no one was around him, he could have easily stepped up to the line, and that dude pulled it from deep, and like I don't know how to explain it, but it just looked like that shot was just the flick of the wrist was so perfect.
Yeah.
And it was one of those shots where like the net doesn't even move.
I love that part.
So yeah, I got that series just to end it really quickly. I got that series going 5. I'll go Heat 4-1. And my player to watch, I'm gonna go Malcolm Brogdon. I feel like he's gonna not like go crazy, but I think he's gonna be
contribute.
He's gonna be top 2 or 3 in almost every single stat.
Yeah.
For the Pacers.
For either team in the whole series.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, you got high praise for Malcolm Brogdon.
Bro.
I got it too, but
So last year
it's a cool prediction.
I was telling people, especially at my job, that he was, especially in the playoff series, especially in that Raptors series, he was the Bucks' second best player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved the contract they got. And you know what's crazy?
They gave it to Eric Bledsoe during the playoffs.
They gave it to Eric Bledsoe
They
and
gave
George Hill.
Eric Bledsoe the money before the playoffs because they thought it would make Giannis happy, and it ended up costing them Malcolm Brogdon.
Yep.
So sad.
I know, it's terrible.
They could have had
Malcolm
George
Brogdon's-
Hill with the fraction of the price, moved on from Eric Bledsoe, and kept the younger Malcolm Brogdon.
Exactly.
That's sad.
And that's
And then you lose Giannis.
Keeps in mind, like, hey man,
Oh, yeah, he
one
has
of our
to.
best players go.
But they, like you just said, though, they were trying to make him happy, and then he was. It's the same thing that happened when LeBron got everybody contracts.
Exactly. And then that was one of the reasons why he wanted to leave.
Yeah, because
Exactly, yeah.
everybody got bad contracts.
And then remember, he was like Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance. I want them over here, just so he can get them off the Lakers.
Bad contracts.
Crazy.
They pulled up for him too in the playoffs.
Bro, the media, especially like Nick Wright, they were hyping Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance so
They
much.
were.
They're like, they got young guns.
This is such a younger squad. They'll be able to
I was
keep
like,
up
y'all
and
hyped
down in
about Larry
transition.
Nance.
Oh, bro, remember when they acquired Rodney Hood? It was like
Hey,
Rodney
Hood was
Hood.
a great pickup because
Hey,
at that time
Rodney
he was
Hood,
like
yes.
like 16, 18 point game scorer in Utah.
Ronnie
He was
Hood, Hood is nice.
Great pickup. Man, shout out to that guy, dude. He
It's
tore
just a
Achilles.
LeBron system.
Yeah, I hope he comes
Yeah.
back. How long is he in Portland?
He was only there for this
Just
year.
this season?
Yeah,
He should.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
now
just this
okay.
year. And then
My
obviously
fault.
he got hurt. He's gonna be back there. They re-signed him, I believe.
No, okay.
So now you guys want to switch up to a little bit of the foosball?
Yes, sir. So we got some football on the way. Patrick Mahomes. Aaron's pointing out a typo I have.
The other one too.
Mahomes.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
this guy is
I use
terrible.
Grammarly, so it does it automatically sometimes.
Okay.
My fault.
It was just funny, bro.
Leave me alone, man. It's preparation right here.
Because I seen so he spelled Patrick MENOLMES on one of them, and then the one directly below it is Patrick MANOLMES.
Mahomes.
Manomes and
Manomes and
Manalomes.
Menognomes.
Wow.
But
Alright.
yeah, go ahead and break down this topic we're
Talk
about
to
to get
me.
into.
Yes, sir. So right now the season starts in less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
On September 10th, that's when the season finally happens here. So that means that we're about like a month away here. Being a month away, that means that it is prediction season.
Yes, sir.
With that happening, we are going to be making predictions based off of analytics expert Cynthia Freeland. She's part of I think NFL.com here. So she has this simulation. I think she runs it like thousands of times. And so running it through those thousands of times, she also has like the top 5 people or just the people who are going to be league leaders in that specific area. Mm-hmm. So basically, I'm going to give you guys just a little taste of who's on top, who landed where, other comparisons, and then let's go ahead and give our predictions of the season based off of whatever it is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start it off with a little bit of offense.
All right.
Let's keep a minute. Passing yards. Favorite thing. Let's start with QBs. Everybody love QBs. We got the passing yards.
Yes,
so in this simulation, she got Patrick Mahomes at the top with 4,790 yards. In like 67% of the simulations, it had it at like 4,500 plus yards. He was on top of the league in about like 19%. Tom Brady was on top 16.5% of the time. Dak Prescott was also there at the top. Also was Drew Brees and Matt Ryan being the lowest there at like 12%. So out of these 5 quarterbacks here, or you're running the mill, whoever you're going to pick quarterback, who you guys got is my question to you guys. Who do you guys got for the passing yards here? So we'll start off with Aaron first.
Dude, this is tough because, like, honestly, my heart wants to say Russell Wilson just because I love that guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think the offense is set up that way, personally.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm surprised he's not up there in the top 5.
You know what I mean? I also want to say Kyler Murray, but I'm gonna go with Deshaun Watson, just because now that now that D-Hop is gone, and they have David Johnson as one of their main running backs. I feel like a couple games in, they're going to realize that guy is not it. And Deshaun Watson is going to put all the weight on his shoulders and just start chucking it.
Start chucking it.
Gunslinger status.
That guy is special.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
You can make something out of nothing.
And he's going to have to be 10 times more special since they traded away his
I can't believe they did that, bro. I still can't believe they did that.
Ridiculous. Gifton, who you got?
Well, I damn sure ain't picking Matt Ryan.
Are you picking Patrick Mahomes?
Nah.
Mahomes.
I'm gonna go with Tom Brady. Their offensive weapons look great, bro. Like their receivers, the line, they look pretty good.
They downplay that line.
They do. They always do because they downplay everything Tom Brady does. And then everybody's going to be a sad sack when he wins his 7th ring.
He has his favorite weapon, Gronk back.
Exactly.
Not only does he have Gronk back,
and it
he
was
has
crazy.
A happy and revitalized Gronk.
Right. That is the biggest thing with Gronk. That he's happy again and he looks healthy.
That guy's funny. You hear his little clip when he said Bill Belichick was trading him to the Lions, and he said, "No, dude, I'm retired." And then he came back and won a Super Bowl.
Can you believe that? How are you trying to trade him?
Why would you want to trade him?
that.
Bro, at one point, they had Gronk on one side and Aaron Hernandez on the other.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Two killers.
I remember those days.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I'm going to pick Drew Brees because it's going to be a lot of shootouts over there in that division now. So I got Drew Brees, and the reason why I got Drew Brees is because he's going to be in a lot of shootouts this year.
And Sean Payton's low ball going to give him a farewell tour. You know, Alvin Kamara wants the ball, so...
We're going to get to him soon.
Yeah.
All right. So we already got those 3 picks
Good
here.
segue.
All right, so we got passing touchdowns as well.
All
In the
right.
simulations, they got Patrick Mahomes at number 1 with 37.
Mm-hmm.
In like 51.5%, he had 35 plus touchdowns. Russell Wilson had 30 plus touchdowns and 55.5%. Josh Allen had 22 plus touchdowns and 57%, just to give you like a comparative other type of player there. You also have rookie Joe Burrow, averaging touchdowns is about 21. According to the simulation, who do you guys got leading the NFL in touchdowns? Well, passing touchdowns.
I honestly want to say Deshaun again, honestly, but I'm probably gonna go. I'll probably be the boring pick and pick Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm picking Pat Mahomes
It's
too.
like, even if you want to have a hot take and stuff, it's crazy to bet against that guy.
See, yards.
Damn.
I get the yards too, but Drew Brees just keeps on chucking that shit. So that's why I
Literally.
like Drew Brees. And
Literally.
I don't really like to pick the top dog all the time, but this one, come on, man. It's Patrick Mahomes. This guy's
And a
insane.
lot of their plays are just like they're not having methodical drives where it's just picking up yards. Usually it's just go long, man.
You ever see that little shovel pass they do too, where
Yeah.
they just like give it to you and they count that as a pass if he runs
Yep.
it all the way to the
Yeah.
side there.
Exactly.
So he's gonna lead the league, man, in passing touchdowns. So you got Gibson.
That'd be crazy.
Teddy Bridgewater.
That'd be
Let me
crazy if I bet against him, man.
Let me
I'll
hear
take
it.
Pat.
All
All right, cool.
I'll
So
take Pat.
unanimous, we got Pat Mahomes
Yep.
Yeah. No. We have Pat Mahomes.
there.
Mental Holmes. Mental Holmes.
So,
All right, so we also got rushing yards next. Let's give some love to the running backs here. We got rushing yards. Derrick Henry at 1,380 yards
King
average.
Henry.
Earns more than 1,300 in about 66% of these simulations. Zeke Elliott is usually second. He averages about 1,290 yards, so
Damn.
that's a whole like extra 100 yards. So
Yeah.
that's on average. And then one thing that I wanted to point out was that Chris Carson is at 1,120 yards. So that could be like a little sneak peek into the fantasy season. Like he's a little sleeper there.
Mhm.
So
Cut under the radar guy.
yep, exactly. And then also he had the second most first downs in 2019.
That's
So,
crazy.
pretty insane. And then of course you have Alvin Kamara, who's in contract talks right now.
Yep.
What do you
Man, he's
expect
playing
him to
with the
do?
grill.
So let's start it off. Gifton, who do you got with the most rushing yards leading the NFL in
I
2020?
got King Henry, only because without him, Ryan Tannehill is nothing.
I agree.
And I mean, just after the playoff run that he had, what else more is there to say?
After all the beast mode runs.
After all the beast mode runs, that's just, you don't find guys like this.
He got
Yeah,
Derrick
big.
Henry, of course,
Yes,
as a
sir.
beast. That's a pretty good guess.
Yep.
A glaring omission from any notice of this. We're just gonna give an honorable mention to C-Mac. I don't think he'll get the yards though. But I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go Alvin Kamara, man. That dude's in a contract year. He's a beast. I hope the offense gives him as many touches as he deserves and needs.
Yeah, I think that in a contract year, they're going to try to run him down because they're going to get rid of him, maybe because they're going to,
They don't want to.
they don't want to pay him. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think they're going to run him to the fucking ground. I hope Alvin Kamara actually has a really good year because huge fan of him, especially the way his work ethic is, and he's looking for different ways to do it and stuff.
Mhm.
So big fan of Alvin Kamara. Hopefully he can do that, and I like the guy. I like his swag, and he started that like running tape down your arm thing, just that one singular tape. I like that
Yep.
shit too. And then
Play
we
with
also
the visor
have
in the grill.
he does have in the grill, and then the nose.
Yeah, the septum.
the
Yeah.
septum, too. All right, and then we also have receiving yards here. In the simulation, they have Julio Jones leading the league. Can you believe this shit? 1,510 yards. That's so
Crazy.
many yards.
Crazy.
I know it's a simulation. Like
Mhm.
they can have like video game numbers or
Yeah.
just regular like outlandish numbers. That's a lot of fucking yards.
It is.
Okay, and then so they're assuming that he's gonna have a healthier O line and as well as the addition of a blocking tight end. They feel like he's gonna have a pretty big year.
Mm-hmm.
Julio barely gets to the top over number 2, which is Michael Thomas.
Ooh.
And then there was like a surprising one, which is Allen Robinson. Now I've been seeing a lot of Allen Robinson from Pro Football Focus. They've been putting a lot of shit up on him. And then Warm Sharp Analytics, that guy also has a lot of shit too. Allen Robinson, if you give him the the targets.
Mm,
That guy's insane.
yeah.
But anyway,
For real.
he gets 1,100 yards at least in 54%, so about 55%.
All right.
So who do you guys got for wide receiver? I'll actually go first on this one
Go
because
ahead, knock it out.
I like this pick. I'm gonna go with my boy Michael Thomas. I've been a Michael Thomas fan for a cool minute. I remember one year I just picked him up off of fantasy, like I think it was the waiver wire, and
Bam.
popped off after.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I also had him in a dynasty league, so it's a little biased.
Yeah.
But that let me pull up his receptions.
149 grabs.
Yeah, so last season he had 149 grabs.
Damn.
That's why see
And
even
that's 5 games without Drew Brees. 5 or 6 games without Drew Brees.
Oh
about
yeah. 'Cause-
6.
Damn. So Teddy was again?
Yeah, he was in them
Wow.
a lot.
Teddy went 5-0. Yeah, Teddy went 5-0.
Teddy
About
did
5
go
and a half,
5-0.
'cause I think he
When
left
you're
halfway.
unfamiliar with shit, you
Yeah.
gotta depend on like the thing that's gonna be for sure.
Yeah.
And then he just force fed this dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's Drew Brees' favorite target.
Crazy, man. 149 grabs. So grabs equals yards. I feel like he's gonna do it. And he also got a 99 in Madden. Shout out Madden. So I got Michael Thomas. Who you got, Aaron?
For receiving yards, correct?
Receiving yard.
I'm just gonna go D Hop. Kyler Murray's just gonna throw bombs, and it's in that Cliff Kingsbury offense. Shout out Stephon Diggs, man. Him and Josh Allen about to go crazy. That connection is about to be something to look out
That's
for.
Stephon Diggs.
I was thinking that the whole time.
Because Josh
Stephon
Allen's
Diggs.
wild, man, and like
Yeah.
he's got a cannon.
Mhm. Who you got?
Stephon Diggs.
That's a
Dead
good
ass.
That's a crazy pick.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
crazy.
So you got him, running a running team such as the Bills,
Yep.
and you got that guy leading the league in receiving yards.
hmm
Why is that?
Like he had just said, him and Josh Allen about to just go crazy.
I hope so. I got Josh Allen beating Cam Newton in the for the division, so
Oh yeah.
that's what I
Oh,
want to
that's
see.
gonna be a good division
Yeah,
game.
right.
Yeah, I hope so. I know that Stephon Diggs is a dog, though. So, all right. And then, so let's get to the defensive side here. Want to start off with sacks. We got Cameron Jordan, who led the simulations with 13. That's what the project is going to be in the end. I don't know if it's the average or the highest. I think it's the average. So that is his number, which is 13. Again, you have that pass-happy NFC with the Falcons, the Saints, and then, of course, the Tampa Bay Bucks. But you're gonna have that running team with the Panthers, possibly. I would feel like they'd be running.
Elite
But so-
quarterbacks.
With the pass happy NFC South, that's why they think that he's gonna have about 13 there. He was third last year in sacks, and then he just beat Dontrell Hunter of the Vikings and Joey Bosa of the Chargers. I think they had like 12 too. So just by one sack in the projections here. You also have Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett, who are just outside the top 5.
Yeah.
So
Is,
with this-
is Myles Garrett suspended for a couple games next?
no, sir,
Nah,
Hey,
he's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
he's all good. So
crazy.
with that being said, Gifton, who you got leading the league in sacks?
Well, since Darius Leonard opted out because of coronavirus, I'm gonna go with Joey Bosa of the Chargers. He's just contagious, man. Like, he's a real hard worker. He's always gonna make a play. He's gonna make a tackle. He's gonna make a stop. He's just real grit and grime. He's just gonna do what it takes.
I feel that, and you know what? With that, all those attributes you mentioned, he makes the rest of his line better.
Exactly.
With all that. So that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
How about you, Aaron?
I'll probably go with the boring pick of Cameron Jordan, just because, like, exactly to your point, exactly how you're saying, just that pass happy NFC South. And then also another thing to take note is not only is it the pass happy, it's got 2 old quarterbacks, and then there's Matt Ryan, who I would not put as a mobile quarterback. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Easy pickings.
Easy pickings. I feel it. So I was gonna go
Yeah.
with Myles Garrett, but I think this guy needs the respect that he deserves. Think it's his contract year too.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna pick T.J. Watt. That guy's a fucking beast.
He is.
And
And 15 forced fumbles already.
And that's his thing. I think Myles Garrett does the same thing where, like, whenever they get sacks, it's usually a forced fumble with it.
Yeah.
But this guy T.J. Watt, man, like, what can you say? 7 his first year, and then you have 13 sacks his second year, 14 and a half his third year. So they're projecting Cam Jordan to get 13. I think this guy's going to get that 14 again and hopefully be the league leader in sacks. And I hope he does because I want this dude to get paid.
And if you trust any coach to put him in the right position to do on the defensive side of the ball, Mike Tomlin's got to be
Shout out Mike.
up there.
All-Pro.
Exactly.
All-Pro last year.
Crazy, dude. TJ Watt's only
Get this man paid.
25.
third year in the league, right?
Yeah, man, and like I don't feel like he gets any awards or just
Recognition, too.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Exactly. Like praise, Hey, that's what living in your older brother's shadow.
Maybe it's your older brother shadow, or maybe because he's like, I don't know, he's like smaller than him too. Like JJ Watt looks like a wrestler, like from WWE.
He looks like a defensive lineman, yeah.
TJ Watt,
He's a little more finessey.
Yeah.
he's power too.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I get
But
you though.
compared
Like
to JJ,
yeah, oh, of course.
And another thing, while we're talking about like sacks and whatnot, stay tuned for one of our Film Fridays. We got something really, really explosive coming.
Oh yeah.
Something major.
I wanted to pick Myles Garrett, honestly, and you know why with my theory, but I don't know. I'll
Something
save
major.
I'll save that theory for another
We got something major
Yeah.
coming.
All right, and then so let's finish off this NFL bullshit here.
Yep.
Let's get into interceptions now. We have Marcus Peters leading the league in interceptions with 5. They add Calais Campbell for more pressure on that line. Marlon Humphreys on the other side, who might also compete with him for the interception lead too. So, but think about it this way: you got to throw to Marlon Humphrey, who's like, "I'm on you," and then you also have Marcus Peters, who's like, "I'm not going to be on you, but I'm close enough to where I'm going to ball hawk." So you'll get some catches on me, but like I'm here for the interception.
Marcus Peters is toast. Marcus Peters gets burnt a lot.
Oh yeah, he does, man. He does get burned. I'm a Rams fan. I've experienced it.
Yeah.
So he has a brand of ball hawking. But anyway, in 2019, Janoris Jenkins led the league with 9. Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore had 6. Who do you guys think is going to lead the league in interceptions?
I honestly want to say Stephon Gilmore because I love that guy, man. That dude is the epitome of just a professional, you know what I mean? Because I think he's even in the papers saying something about how Hop is a killer, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That dude's humble. He's got it all.
It's a good pick. I'm going to go with Marshawn Lattimore of the Saints.
It's a good pick.
The reason I'm going to go there because I think they're going to be in shootouts all the time.
QB
All
happy.
the time. Tom Brady won't throw him that many interceptions, but that man Matt Ryan's going to, and whoever's leading that Panthers team, I think they're going to throw it over to Marshawn Lattimore. So I got Marshawn, lockdown corner. Who you got?
You know what, man? I don't know why nobody threw him on there, but I guess this is just me. I'm going to go with Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Contract year.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is,
I'm surprised he wasn't on the list. I'm surprised she didn't, include him in anything. It's crazy.
The simulation, man.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nobody want to throw to him either.
Hey, man.
man, oh, man.
You see what this film is.
That's the thing. I think that maybe people over address how good Jalen Ramsey actually is. I know he's a fucking beast and he has all the talent, but
you know the other thing is that people aren't really fond of Jalen Ramsey about is because he gives off this prima donna attitude and people aren't really fucking with it. You know what I'm saying?
I see where it could turn certain people off, especially in a
sassy.
locker room.
Yeah,
sassy.
No, for sure sassy.
Sassy Jalen
Sassy.
Ramsey.
Yeah, he's sassy.
Let's cap that off with the NFL there.
Yep.
We got all our predictions in. We're gonna hold them to them.
Mm-hmm.
Do the damn. I said that. Probably very soon with that shit.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make a transition over to baseball. One thing to kind of follow up with what we did in the last one here. We were talking about the A's versus Stros. What was it? The brawl.
Yeah.
Basically, they had the suspensions for the brawl come up. What are the suspensions gifted? I know that you mentioned them.
Yeah, so the hitting coach for the Astros,
I think it was Alex Cintron.
Alex Cintron, got a 20-game suspension. Hard for me to feel bad for you, bro. You guys are fucking cheaters. It's real hard for me to have any empathy for you. And then
Ramon
Floriano. That sounds like one of the dudes that be working behind the counter at a bodega. Like, yo, where Loriano at?
What Loriano?
I need my chopped cheese. Nah, but he got 6 games, so it was kind of even with Joe Kelly thing. So he got 8. Joe Kelly got 8. He got 6. I mean, doesn't seem.
No, he got. Oh, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
No, yeah, like
yeah, it doesn't seem
it's
too
pretty
bad.
similar.
Pretty similar.
I guess where they can both be like antagonizing, but also Joe Kelly got his brought down, I think, to 5.
Really?
Joe Kelly.
Yeah. So
He didn't even hit the dude, man.
exactly. Real quick, let me go ahead and put in a statement. This is from Cintrone, the hitting coach of the Astros.
Oh yeah.
He said, "I accept MLB suspension and will learn from this. Although I never referenced Ramon's mother, I guess there's something up that came in.
I can't believe
Somebody
that.
said something about somebody mama in baseball. That's disrespect. That's like double disrespect. Feel me? Anyway, my actions were inappropriate. I apologize for my part in Sunday's unfortunate incident. As coaches, we are held to a higher standard. As I said in the past podcast, that what are you doing, man? You're a coach. Like, I understand the players getting into it. A coach getting into it? Ridiculous. And he probably wasn't even on that last team. And again, going to what he was saying, and should be an example to players.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like a BS PR statement, but that's just the Astros for you.
Yeah.
Got a nice long vacation.
Yeah, fuck that. Oh my God, he better not be getting paid off the suspensions. I don't think he does. I think it's like when A-Rod was trying to get suspended when they were trying to suspend him for the full year, and he was like wanting his money and shit. He's getting paid a fuck ton. So, okay, so we're on the baseball topics already. Let's go ahead and get into Charlie Blackmon here.
History alert.
History. Through 17 games, he is batting .472. Actually, just today, he ended a 14-game hitting streak. The Rockies are in first place. So don't think that he's just doing it like some empty stats and shit. Nah, he's actually like producing for a Colorado Rockies team with Nolan Arenado not doing too well. The last player to hit 400 was Ted Williams in 1941, and that was over, I think, 143 games. Yes. Yesterday he went 4 for 5 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. My question to you guys is, do you see him batting 400? Real quick, the last person was Barry Bonds, and he was hitting 500 plus through 16 games, so that was a pretty fucking hot start. One projection actually had him, so this was like a measuring tool on how realistic this achievement can be.
Right.
It projected him to need about, with the average at-bats that he gets per game, it would be 62 more hits throughout the season, or, in other words, he needs to bat 369 for the rest of the season.
Right.
So that's just to like put it into perspective. I actually feel like he can do it. This guy is very, very hot right now, and you can stay hot for a long time. I think Cody, at like the 58 game mark, was batting like 415, some shit like that. So you can tell when somebody gets hot. This guy Charlie Blackmon definitely gets hot in previous seasons beforehand.
Yeah.
When you put it into perspective, 369, you could see somebody possibly doing that with the amount of games that they're having. But I mean, 0 for 4 for today doesn't really help out that much. But with everything in mind, this guy can hit for power. He can hit for contact. He's a lefty, sweet lefty. He can hit both sides of the plate when you're talking about like whoever's pitching to him. I think he can do it. And I put $20 on that. I'll do that like after the podcast pops. I'll put $20 on that shit.
Put your money where your mouth is, huh?
Oh yeah, man. I wonder what the odds are on that. Let me check it out.
Mr. Big Bank Uchi face.
What do you think, here. Though? Let's go with Kieften.
Well, you said today he went 0-4.
He went 0-4 for today.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been one game. He went 0-4, so I don't want to shit on him. It's doable. I think he can do it. He'll bounce back from this 0-4.
0-4 is not too bad, especially when you had I think it was a 14-game hitting streak.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Just coming off a 4 or 5 game, too, literally right before. I'm optimistic. I think he can do it. Especially if anybody's gonna do it, I think this is the season to do it.
Somebody in
Especially-
Colorado too.
It's crazy. Especially with the bubble and whatnot. Because I even mentioned this a couple pods ago. Do you remember Justin Turner's hot run of form in the first half of 2018? Was it the first or second half of 2018? I think it was pre-All-Star game, wasn't it?
Yeah, he always has like
Crazy runs of back
He can have-
50 plus.
exactly. He had it because in the first couple months he's always struggles with power,
Yeah.
but then like the second half, that's when he really starts to get going.
Uh-huh.
Or sometimes like in the middle of a season he'll have like a stint on the injury list, but then he'll come back. And one thing that I know for sure is that guy's always going to take a professional at bat.
Yes. And dude, he, like I said, like 3 seasons ago, he was having excellent success in a regular season, having a pretty good form of maybe 2 to 3 months of batting 350, 360 plus. And if you're asking Charlie Blackmon to do that for what, another 43, 42 games?
Who's already hot, and this season already has a history of like pitchers just not doing too well, or you're always getting a new look.
And he plays in Denver, man. That ball be carrying.
Carry like a bitch, dude.
Dude, it's for real. You see him look up and then you see him slow down. You're just like, damn.
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I think he can knock it out. I'm hoping for him. It sounds like we're all hoping for him. We're all on the same side. Hopefully he can make history.
369
Let's hope.
going forward.
Who did
Let's
you
hope
say
all
held the
these
previous
MLB
record?
players can keep everything in check.
Nobody necessarily.
Not record, but who?
Yeah, who did it last?
Yeah.
It was Ted Williams in 1941.
Red Sox legend right there.
Yeah, that guy's insane. But
That's
my
baseball.
thing is,
Mhm.
how much does it weigh on like
His mind.
maybe his mind is
Maybe
something
not
to
right
take into
now.
account, but I'm thinking like in the record books when you put it in,
With the
like
60
how
games.
legitimate do you would you feel about it? Like I would own the fuck out of that.
Oh yeah, but
Oh,
you know
yeah.
how every salty old timer be like, oh, it's not a full season. You gotta put an asterisk.
We
on
gotta
it."
talk
Yeah.
about baseball and what they need to do to get like just a new audience, basically.
I honestly hope that with this 60
Spark.
game season that they, obviously like with COVID-19 and the pandemic and stuff, that this is unprecedented times, but I hope that they look at just the numbers and revenue and et cetera for this 60 game season and assess that into their strategies and decision making going forward. Because you even heard people talking about for years how the game's a little too long, too slow, and et cetera.
Mhm.
You've brought up
No, I have a lot to say on
I
that.
was saying, I'm drawing a blank, but you have a really good point to where it's I think pitchers pitching. Dang.
Yeah.
I
So all right.
don't
So
want to butcher. I'm gonna let you go.
let's just just a couple like highlights. What I would like MLB to do is shorten the season.
Bam.
The reason why is because with less of a season, you'll see more of the best pitchers.
More star talent.
When you see more of the best pitchers, like if you see Max Scherzer,
Yep.
like throw that fucking ball, like Adrian Peterson, what did he say? When I see him threw
When I
that
see him
ball,
up, I was like, wow. An orange peanut.
For me?
no,
Wow.
when you see Max Scherzer fucking pitch,
Dealing.
come on. When you see Justin Verlander pitch,
DeGrom.
come on.
Chris Sale.
Yes, Chris Sale is nasty to see because he has a weird release, he has a weird windup,
Long and lanky.
and then he just throws gas
Literally
with
literally
mean
a slim
sliders. Like, come
Bro,
on.
throwing 98 on a slider. I mean, not 98, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, he's throwing like close to 90
Yeah.
at least, but
Like
fuck.
92 slider.
So, yeah, no, baseball's weird right now, but I mean, there's some headlines. It's all about the brawls and stuff, but I think it's gonna be a lot more entertaining like once we get halfway through. So right now, like everybody has like cute stories and shit. Halfway through, that's when everybody's gonna start like really caring about games.
And buckling down.
The like you know how the Oakland A's like won like 21 or 27 in a row or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Someone's
Someone's
gonna get like a 7-game win streak and put themselves back in contention.
Literally, someone's gonna end this bubble off, or whatever you want to call it off. Oh, well, they're not even in a bubble yet. Someone's gonna end this 60-game shortened season on a killer like 11-game winning streak or something like that.
I wonder who's gonna get like a fat contract just because they played 60 games very well.
That could be a good topic. We could check who's in contract years and whatnot.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a couple of sneak peeks into the future. Oh, less games, see more pitchers. Also, there's this thing where if you're down in a certain, like the 7th inning on, you can pick your new lineup or some shit. So you could see more star like players in more clutch moments. Why the fuck do I want to see my 9th like overall best? Why do I want to see somebody in the 8th hole come up with 2 people on base in like a clutch moment? Baseball needs to figure out how to make a star player like, dude, Aaron Judge hit two dingers in a game, right?
Imagine getting that guy 7 at bats instead of 4.
Ooh,
Oh my!
crazy.
I like how they're also
why
adding
can't-
this extra inning rule about the extra runner on, is it second or first?
The
Like
runners on
overtime,
second
basically. Extra innings.
in extra innings.
Yeah, I like that a lot because you don't have these 22 inning games that like randomly pop off once every few months.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then part of it is that okay, so what they should do is figure out the ratio where it goes in a 60 game season, the average home runs is like, let's say 15.
Yeah.
Let's throw a number out there, 15.
Mm-hmm.
So average per at bat though, it was like every 10 at bats he hit a home run. So he had 150 at bats in this 60 game season. Let's just say I'm just throwing fucking numbers out.
Right.
They should ratio that to what it would be in a 162 game, and then try to make a rule where they get that many at bats in one game to equal what normal stats would look like in a 162 game format.
Okay.
I got you.
So like, yes, we're changing it up, but you have the opportunity to match these stats.
Right.
And you would, and dude, the game would be so much better if you got to see, like you were saying, Aaron Judge 7 times,
Right.
Cody Bellinger 7 times.
Right.
And think about this too, is that they can work out of slumps easier. And if they're hot, dude, you get 7 at bats in the game.
Mhm.
You know how fucking hot you're gonna be. So it's just something very interesting, but there's a lot more to go into it.
It's just wild because I just, there's always those old timers that hold on to, America's pastime and stuff. But, things can change.
Majority of the market for them.
Literally, especially for baseball. Like, a prime example of things changing, think of the shot clock rule that just changed within the past handful of years, where after an offensive rebound, it goes down to 14 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, it's way better on the game because you watch these old games, you get an offensive rebound, the same team gets the ball back, and they just dribble it back up and waste another 24 seconds. And then who says
Way too much.
You know what I mean? Like, little rules like that where
I hate it in 2K though.
Oh yeah, where we think it's gonna like be like game breaking and whatnot actually helps the game, and maybe baseball can explore some more avenues.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude the whole podcast here. We went through all our topics. We are now on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on did I already say Amazon?
I have no idea.
Nah,
Anywhere you
I
get
know
your
we're on
podcasts.
Podbean.
Yeah, Podbean.
Come check us out on Podbean.
So
The
I'm
Sports
trying to get
U
us on
podcast.
to all the platforms right now, but yeah, like it's going on. Definitely take a look at this and try to see if you like our other episodes here.
And also, we have a little announcement that the website is up as well.
Yes. I
We
told
got
you
a
about that
fucking
part.
wewebsite.
Yes, sportsupodcast.com. Definitely listen to every episode there. Ask us questions, follow us, do whatever the fuck you want. But hopefully you guys can continue to show your support to us. And we appreciate you guys listening in. So
We would love to hear some feedback. Keep commenting on the Instagrams. Keep running them likes up as well. We appreciate everything.
Keep getting me mad about the Rockets so I can roast everybody.
roast them.
It's toxic, man.
Big thing is we're working really hard on our side here. Gonna create better content going forward. But thanks again for the support. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the next 4 days here. We're probably gonna do another one on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, we'll get around to that.
Trying to do like
we'll
two
definitely have
week.
one out this weekend.
Yeah, we'll have one out
2
this
week.
weekend.
So appreciate you guys coming in and have a good one.
All right, this is Sports U signing off.
Sports U.
Support the you.
Support the you.
Uncensored.